work time? Is food included?
Well, hello there, and welcome back to Zenless once again, because we're still catching up with the main story, but with this stream, I'm officially once again up to date, so to speak, because this is from the currently active version. So basically the upcoming story will be from version 2.1, which is the currently released one. And yeah, so if I had to guess, probably maybe 2 or 3 streams left until we have officially catched up completely again. So yeah, looking forward to that. I guess I'll collect this minigame while I'm already here. Do I even have the ability to do anything here? I am personally not sure. don't mind me. Yeah, so yeah, basically, I mean, in the previous version, this was basically, what we basically ended up learning, I guess, would be that, well, we have passed our first, arc, so to speak, of version 2.0, which basically meant that, surprisingly, or well, we have basically run into the Exaltists once again. Now, why did we do that? Or well, obviously at this point, I guess, if I had to say, it's probably fairly obvious that, the Exaltists will basically be the sort of main enemies, maybe, of Season 2, if I had to guess. So, I mean, we'll have to see how that goes as time goes on. So yeah. Right now, not much to say about that one, but we'll see, I think, how things continue. Oh, that's nice. Actually nice to see. So, based on the level up, you can actually see it get back to normal and being cleaned up and so on. It's actually quite nice. Serbian Temple Restoration Mission unlocked. Okay. Devon Pawn Shop will unlock soon and Bangbu level up function unlocked. All the clutter inside the temple has been cleaned up away and the construction barriers have been placed at the entrance. Looks like they're going to put up 2 statues. Next we'll be adding all sorts of facilities and decorations with great fanfare. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how Swebian Temple changes in the next phase. Which I guess will be level 20, presumably. And looks like people are indeed visiting the temple now. That's great to see, to be honest. But anyway, looks like I can only start it. So let's actually get started with the story then. And it looks like I'm gonna have to go back into the evening. There we go, and where are we at? There they are! Go see what Belle is discussing with Senior Yinghu. Oh, Weiss, it's you. No voice lines? What are you guys talking about? You all look so serious. See, perfect timing, Junior. I was just about to call for you. You got a minute? There's something I want to discuss. Yep, sure, what's up?
Junior, you remember Damien, right? The head of Porcelumex in Waifei Peninsula. He sent someone to us with a banquet invitation.
Why is that? A banquet invitation?
A banquet invitation? Judging by the looks on your faces, I thought he had sent some sort of legal notice.
He wouldn't dare. If it weren't for all of us from Yunque Summit helping him take care of the Exaltists, he wouldn't be living the good life now.
And also that's a fair point. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how often the Exaltists become relevant. I guess it is kind of sounding like they will be the main opponents. At least for the time being. We don't really know what'll happen to them as time goes on.
But as for the invitation, it does seem to have a connection with the corruption incident.
I think that would have to be obvious,
Here's the situation.
personally.
Even though Top suppressed any media about the Exaltists causing chaos in Waifei Peninsula, news had already spread citywide. The production of Porcelume is super important, and neither Tops nor Porcelumex can pretend that nothing happened. So, over the next 2 weeks, Tops will lead a security investigation in Waifei Peninsula and urge a swift return to business as usual.
What does the security investigation have to do with the banquet?
But what does the security investigation have to do with the banquet?
Think about it, Junior. With an investigation happening, many relevant people will have to come to Waifei Peninsula. Porcelumex has to fulfill its duties as a host and entertain everyone.
Okay, and I guess that's why they're writing us?
Although the security investigation doesn't involve Yunque's summit, that Damien kid is pretty cunning. He'll leverage all his connections and resources to get closer to us.
I see. So basically, at least from what it looks like right now, he basically just wants to use this opportunity to position himself quite well.
Senior Shuyuan told me
At
that
least
right
in
after
connection
the
with
corruption
us.
incident was over, Damien sent a generous gift, but Shifu turned it down. We were just discussing whether we should attend this banquet.
I mean, I probably would, because I guess why not?
Shifu doesn't want Yunque's summit to get too close to Porcelumex, and honestly, I have to agree. But since we're operating in Wi-Fi Peninsula, we still have to do our best to maintain a working relationship with Damien.
I do agree with that. I mean, I feel like there's nothing really wrong with just going to the banquet that you get an invite for. I probably would have also accepted the gift as well, but then, depending on the size, I mean, it was said it was fairly generous. That could be a little weird. You know, if it gets out at Yunkai Summit or like the Swebian Temple, accepted like this big gift, maybe they're suddenly affiliated with them. It might look like that in the public eye. We don't get to really decide that, unfortunately. Generally, that is. So,
If
hard
you
to
ask
tell.
me, now is the perfect time to attend such
But
a
I do
banquet.
think attending a banquet is probably the best way to still keep up the relationship, or like, and just build connections, I think. So,
Huh? Why's that?
let's see.
Shifu and Senior Shuyuan returned to Yunque's summit a while ago and won't be back anytime soon. If the three of us attend the banquet, it'll show Damien some respect without drawing too much attention.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Besides, he already knows Shifu isn't around, so it's not like she's deliberately avoiding him.
Yeah, but aren't you forgetting someone? Or wait a second, what about Senior Fufu? Would she fit? I don't know.
Wait a second. What about Senior Fufu?
Well, yesterday we happened to learn that she had failed her arithmetic course, so Shifu called her back overnight for remedial lessons. I'm afraid she won't be able to make the banquet this time.
I was gonna say that she probably doesn't fit into a banquet, depending on what it is. So I was expecting her to not be there, but not for that reason.
I didn't expect the academic standards at Yunquei Summit to be so strict. Getting back to the point, I think your reasoning earlier makes a lot of sense. We should go to the banquet.
I agree. Besides, I have a feeling that there'll be some pretty influential guests at the banquet. We might be able to gather some useful information.
Maybe anyone knows what happened there?
All right.
Could be an
let's
option.
settle then.
I don't
We'll do
think so.
Porcelumex a favor
but-
and attend the banquet.
You never know, really. Why is the Porcelumex banquet set for tomorrow night at the banquet hall on the second floor of Yumcha Sin? Let's meet up in front of Yumcha Sin then. Is it big enough? I was expecting it to be like a fairly big one, right? Yumcha Sin doesn't really look like something that would be big enough to fit in like 50 people. That's what I thought it would be, personally. Wait, the next day, after taking care of some personal matters, evening arrives.
Belle and Senior Yinhu must have gone to Yamcha Sin. Better go meet them there.
Right. Well, let's go there then, and let's see. Let's see what's... Oh, I thought it was... I mean... I guess the second floor is that thing. Yeah, it doesn't really fit many people. But we'll see. Wise, you sure took your sweet time getting here. Yinhu Yinhu and I are starving. It's not even mealtime yet. I saw some premium tangerine peel the other day and couldn't help but splurge on it. Been pinching pennies ever since, but now it's finally time to treat myself with this feast. To be honest with you, I actually skipped lunch just for this meal. What's up with you two? Hey, since we're coming off anyway, we can't let Parsalumix off easy, right? Now that everyone's here, let's roll. Might as well cash in on the opportunity, I see. Welcome to Yumcha Sin, esteemed guest of Parsalumix. Please head to the banquet hall on the 2nd floor. Let's go. What's the worst that could happen? You then arrive at the banquet hall on the 2nd floor. I mean, okay, I see it's big enough. For a few people at least. Oh, so many people. Looks like this Wi-Fi Peninsula security inspection is a pretty big deal. Well, it was a huge mess. You've got a point. Even without the Exaltists causing trouble, there's still a lot of conflict between the workers and Pusalumex regarding work safety. It'd be great if we could resolve all these problems as well. Oh yeah, since Damien sent us the invitation, let's go say hi to him. Hey juniors, your senior's gonna have to pass on this one. I just don't wipe with the Damien kid, so I'll spare myself the headache. So he's gonna do something else. Weiss and I can handle it. Just focus on the food. Try to eat enough for Shifu and the others too. Let's go. Damon's over there. Oh, hang on, I can walk around? I didn't expect there to be more than just this room. Obviously, well, unfortunately can't really interact with anything. But I certainly wasn't expecting more than literally just that room. I'm just gonna explore a little bit. Oh yeah, there are a few tables around, I guess. I mean, how many people did they invite? Yeah, okay, I guess it's around about 50 spots. Maybe a little less, but still. Wasn't really expecting that. It looked a little small, but anyway. Let's say hi to Damien.
Ah, the mystics from Yunquay Summit have arrived. As the host, having at least you two and Master Pan show up for this dinner banquet is truly an honor.
Judging from your tone, are you upset that our Shifu isn't here?
I mean, he shouldn't.
Not at all. You're all disciples that Ishwan Shifu trusts deeply. Even from afar in Yunquay Summit, she entrusted you to attend on her behalf. This in itself is a gesture I can appreciate. Please, make yourselves at home tonight and enjoy the banquet. If there's anything you'd like to eat that's not being served, just let me know directly.
Teasingly asked Damien about the current situation. Nah, let's not tease him.
You seem to be in a pretty good mood, Mr. Damien. With so many people here for the security investigation, I thought you'd be swamped with work.
It's rare to hear you speak so pointedly, Master Wise. With the Exaltists appearing in Wi-Fi Peninsula and Porsalumex being held responsible for security, I'm probably coming off as too relaxed. To be honest with you both, although my official title is General Manager of Porsalumex and Wi-Fi Peninsula, my main responsibility is actually overseeing production.
So, who takes care of security then?
Hollow Security was originally managed by someone else, who was appointed by corporate executives. Though, of course, they have since been relieved of that responsibility.
I see.
I see now. No wonder you were so willing to provide us with clues earlier. It wasn't your head on the chopping block. It seems like it won't be long before you have full control over security, too.
Well, I hope. Might be a little awkward for him.
Come now. No need to be cheeky. Things have been rather difficult for me. I'm lucky just to be holding on to my current role, especially with how nerve-wracking it's been getting everything ready for the security investigation. But after seeing the guest list with my own eyes earlier, I finally felt a bit of relief.
How so?
Oh? Why is that?
Ha! Why don't you have a look for yourselves? There are quite a few guests at tonight's banquet, but in reality, they all fall into just a few categories. All these elegantly dressed guests are senior officials from TOPS. The fact that everyone who was invited has turned up is a clear indicator that the connection between TOPS and Porsalumex remains strong.
But I feel like there's a but in here.
Their presence allows us to demonstrate to the military and government that TOPS is fully committed to the safety of Waifei Peninsula. We also sent invitations to the relevant city government departments, but no one showed up, which suggests that the government doesn't want to get involved in the sensitive matters happening between TOPS and the military and Waifei Peninsula. They would prefer to steer clear and let us work things out on our own.
Interesting. I guess apart from us, because we are closer to the mayor than to TOPS. So I guess that's something to keep in mind.
And the military often have conflicts regarding porcelain issues, but it seems the situation is even worse than I expected.
It is a serious matter, but not something we avoid discussing. The military is the biggest buyer of porcelain, and by controlling Waifei Peninsula, TOPS essentially controls their most critical resource.
That sounds like it might become a problem later.
So, it would prove quite difficult if the military chooses to take this chance to cause trouble.
It seems that knowing the identities of the military guests here today is key to understanding the situation.
Correct. Do you see that lady over there? She's the military's representative.
Which one? Based on everyone else being sort of like an NPC style, and she's more special, probably her then.
But she's not wearing a Defense Force uniform. Isn't this supposed to be a formal event?
That's because Missy Zolda is not a military officer. She's a research consultant. Instead of sending high-ranking officers, they hired a civilian to attend, which sends a clear message. They don't intend to investigate this matter further.
So basically, nobody will care, or like nobody's caring. It's just gonna be an internal TOPS thing.
Of course, though production was limited
From my
after the
understanding.
corruption incidents, Porsalumex didn't delay any orders from the military. So, it appears they have acknowledged our sincerity.
I see. There's no more pressure from TOPS's executives, the government, or the military. But who are the remaining guests? There are quite a few older individuals here too.
Those are members of the inspection team, leading experts in the ether industry. They'll be overseeing the security investigation while providing us with valuable insights. It took great effort to invite these academic giants.
But it sounds like, based on the guest list, the situation is firmly in TOPS or Damien's or Porsalumex control.
Guests, may I have your attention for just a moment? It is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here today.
Looks like it's time for the real hosts to give their speech.
Dear guests, Thank you for coming to Phyloom Heights to participate in the Wi-Fi Peninsula security investigation. I am Lucro, Co-Chief Executive Officer of the Porsalumex Group.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Ferox, also Co-Chief Executive Officer.
I've seen Lucro and Ferox on TV before. They run Porsalumex together. So are those two your direct superiors?
That's right. After the fall of the old capital, Porsalumex's management went through a major reshuffle. Those two were the ultimate victors, but now they're secretly competing against each other.
Interesting. So, well, from Porsalumex's side, they have basically brought on the top level. Well, I guess everyone else doesn't really care, so that means things are going well for Porsalumex. They won't run into trouble too much. At least from Tops' side. We won't know what else will happen, so there's that. So is it okay for you to talk about your superiors like that?
Is it okay for you to talk about your superiors like that?
I completely trust both of you, so I feel comfortable speaking openly. The previous head of security was one of Ferox's trusted subordinates, but now he's been dismissed. Both of the big bosses are eager to fill that position with their own people. The reason I was able to become the nominal head of Wi-Fi Peninsula was because I don't belong to either side, so I can't disrupt the balance of power in this competition. But the price of remaining neutral is that I've completely lost any chance of moving up. And if I were to take sides, it could come at a fatal cost, destroying everything I've worked so hard to build.
Interesting. Well, I guess on the other side is that Damien probably still earns quite a lot, so not being able to move up is certainly frustrating, but at the same time, I feel like he probably was able to get to a quite high level already, so...
Reinforce our security measures and deliver a report to the public that we can be proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, the security investigation will officially begin tomorrow. For now, please relax and enjoy the banquet.
Wow, the big shots have finally finished their speeches. Thank you both for accompanying me. It's the only reason my good mood's still intact. Enjoy the banquet. I've got to go face some heat from my superiors now. If you'll excuse me.
So
Nice.
Damien
That should
gets
be
off to
like 10 minutes
do
left.
later things. Let's see, I want to take a stroll around the banquet hall, or what do you have in mind? I'll follow your lead. Let's have a stroll
I
and
want to
let's
look
see
around
what
the
everyone,
banquet hall.
who
After
everyone,
everything Damien said,
what
I'm
everyone
curious about the
discusses and
guests.
so on.
He plays things close to the vest, so it's hard to know what to believe.
All right, I'll take a look around too. Catch you later.
We do have quite a few people to talk to. Quite a few bubbles showing up. Let's see. Well, we can either talk to our people again, or we'll talk to some people from the other parties. Or I guess listen into the leaders. Let's listen into Professor Walker first. Professor Walker, how's the project you mentioned earlier coming along? I think it has real potential. The direction looks promising, but the requirements for experimental equipment and environment are too high. I'm getting headaches every day over funding issues. You better make the most of this chance. With all the Tops VIPs here, all it takes is a little nod and boom, it's a done deal, right? I'm on good terms with some of them. Want me to introduce you? Yes, please. Thank you. It's no big deal, but you and your star pupil should think about helping me with my research project too, right? Sure will. Many experts in the inspection team seem to know each other. Rather than focusing on their duties as part of the inspection team, everyone seems more interested in their own research projects. Well, that's only human nature. But if they get Tops as a sponsor, they can't really say anything about the affairs in Wi-Fi Peninsula anymore, right? Ah. Connections. Let's listen in on the conversation between the leaders and guests. Such a major incident in Wi-Fi Peninsula has caused great alarm. We have betrayed your trust with our negligence. No. Everyone knows the risks of producing Persolume in the Hollow. And who knows when those exaltists might pop up again. It's impressive how Damien, the head of your Wi-Fi Peninsula branch, acted decisively to root out the exaltists, preventing even bigger losses. It's rare to see such gumption in young people these days, all thanks to Mr. Lucre's constant guidance. Oh, you flatter me, but it's really all thanks to Mr. Ferrix's keen eye for talent, finding such a gem like this. So they're competing, but at the same time, like, also kind of wishing each other well. Quite interesting. Look at you two being all formal with each other. We spent all day hunched over our desks, so it's rare we get to head out like this. Let's just think of this trip to Wi-Fi Peninsula as a little vacation. We're truly grateful for your kind words. Wi-Fi Peninsula isn't quite like the Throne Quarter, so please excuse our humble hospitality. With Persalumix hosting, how could anything be less than perfect? The top guests at this venue appear relaxed, definitely not looking like they're here to hold Persalumix accountable. On the contrary, Lucro and Ferox remain hostile in their exchanges, even in front of Top's executives. I guess it's a bit of a passive-aggressive acknowledgement, I guess? Damien says he hasn't sided with either party, and it seems to be true. But just thinking about dealing with those two high-ups gives me a stomach ache. Props to him for managing to walk that tightrope. Alright, and we have one more guest to talk to, which will be our Paninu. Hey miss, we are out of Lazuli Charsiu here. Better restock soon. Alright, please wait a moment. I'll head to the kitchen and take care of that for you. Hey, no rush. I heard Persalumix brought in a special guest chef today. They gotta know how to make lobster 3 ways, right? Let's start with 3, each prepared differently. Remember the vermicelli and steamed one, go easy on the oyster sauce in the garlic paste. And don't forget to add sea urchin when making the cream baked version. I mean, I was about to say, okay, Paninu has some knowledge apparently. But I mean, at the beginning of 2.0, he was also trying to, like, cook something for us, I believe. So, there you go. Alright, got it. Boy, you're just straight up ordering. We're just getting started. Time to show you what this Pontifirin is made of. Alright, if I can't finish my food, I can get it packed to go, right? Yes, of course. Oh boy, I feel like he might be going a little bit too extreme. Hold up, you're getting it to go. Sure, takeout might not taste quite as good, but with these top-notch ingredients, I can work some magic when I get home and turn it into another amazing meal. Saves a ton of money too. Listen up, miss. I want 3 portions of each of these. I feel like Paninu might be overstaying his welcome. Just a little bit. But anyway. Braised goose feet in abalone sauce, duck in a treasure pot, amber custard pastries. crab meat coin dumplings, vegetable twistle chimoy. Alright, just throw in a couple of ounces of that lingshi mushroom from the beef bone soup with wolfberries. My senior brother's been having some trouble sleeping lately, and it's getting worse. This will be a perfect nourishing meal for him. Yeah, I'm not sure if you do that IRL, that if people would invite you back a second time. After that, I've already made a round through the banquet hall. Time to meet up with Belle, who appears to be checking her phone.
Wise, you're back. Find anything interesting?
From what I saw, the security investigation doesn't seem as serious as I imagined. The experts and TOPS representatives were even chatting and laughing together. What everyone cares about isn't the Exaltists, or even the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula, but how to get the porcelain supply back on track.
Which I do think is interesting.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. The security investigation seems more like a ritual for the city's upper circles to align their intentions, and just a way to reassure the public. Even if there are some safety risks with production inside the Hollow, as long as they're not too serious, I'm sure they'll just sweep them under the rug.
I think they will indeed.
Come on, let's not worry about that now. It's not every day Porcelumex is picking up the tab. Let's enjoy the meal. Come on, let's enjoy a proper meal, Wise.
All right.
Wow, the ingredients
Enjoy.
today are top notch.
My apologies, miss.
It's okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Someone's dropped a card.
Excuse me, you dropped something.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here.
Thank you both very much. Oh, you're with the safety inspection team. Wow, you look so young. And you're already an expert in the ether industry? Sorry, I must excuse myself. Did I say something wrong?
Young lady, seems you're completely at a loss.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the military research consultant.
That's right. My name's Isolde. That girl and I are both decorative props. Just here for show.
Interesting. I mean, I guess she just kind of confirmed what Damien just said earlier. I guess they're both here for show, which means, yeah, they're just here to basically be here and not bother doing anything else. Let's see, but that was our introduction to one of the characters, it seems. After learning about the inspection team from Miss Isolde, you bid her goodbye and have a delicious dinner. Late that night, after Porcelumex's welcome banquet has ended, in a luxury suite prepared by Porcelumex for the inspection team.
The time fields. Not only one of the oldest noble families in New Eridu, but also a renowned name in the field of science.
Is it Damien talking? I'm not sure.
The patent for the anti-corruption medicine widely used on the market today belongs to your grandfather. If this respected and prestigious surname appears on the investigation team roster, the citizens will surely feel more at ease.
I see. So that's why they're here.
You flatter me. It's just that my grandfather is seriously ill right now, so I really don't think he can handle this.
You misunderstand me. As I just said, all I need is this surname to appear on the list. Aren't you a
So
Timefield as well?
basically, I guess Damien has invited her to just be here as a Finefield, which I guess is a well-known name in the public.
But I'm just a student. I'm nothing like my grandfather.
Miss, I'm sure you've heard that the corruption outbreak in Wi-Fi Peninsula is closely tied to the failure of anti-corruption medicine. Porcelumex has every right to file a lawsuit against your family and hold you accountable.
And I mean, clearly, Damien isn't all good things to talk about too. Clearly not.
The reason? Your family concealed major risks involved in the purification process of the medicine.
That's complete nonsense. It was clearly the Exaltists who...
So what? The media doesn't care about the truth.
Unfortunately,
They just want to
as
see
we've
a
seen.
once honorable family brought to ruin. Miss, the honor of the Timefield family now rests entirely on your shoulders.
Also, something to note. Sounds like the grandfather is basically in the next room and currently
I wouldn't want
maybe aware of the situation.
unfortunate to happen to the old man either.
Grandpa, did I make a mistake? What should I do?
In the meanwhile, thank you for following on Twitch. Conley Christ 4, I think? Yeah, sounds about right.
What's going on?
What is happening there?
What's that?
Is that supposed to be a dead bamboo or something? Also, clearly that, I mean, as you can clearly tell, Damien's certainly still, he might be being not a nice person, but he clearly, if he wants to get something, he'll just basically try and get it in any way he might possibly can. Right, anyway, let's continue. A few minutes later, inside Swebian Temple, a series of urgent knocks on the door wakes you up.
Wise. You're up too?
Is that gonna be Alice banging on our door? It might be. The knocking sound just now, it wasn't my imagination, right? I just dreamt that you taught Eos to learn the drums.
I was just dreaming. You told Eos to learn the drums and set them up right in the middle of the store, saying it would attract customers.
That's kind of funny
No
though.
customers showed up. Just
Not gonna
a bill from
lie.
the bank. Thank goodness it was just someone knocking on the door.
Wise, how little do you trust me? I'd never do something like that. Besides, there's no way Eos's little legs could ever reach the pedals.
I mean, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if someone made like a bamboo version. Or you could definitely figure something out.
Forget that ridiculous dream already. Signorine Hu went to answer the door. Let's go and check what's going on. There must be something urgent if someone's showing up at this hour.
I just want to quickly check something. Okay, never mind. Right, let's continue on then. Who's been knocking on the door? It's indeed Alice.
Master Pun, that glowing thing really appeared outside my window. I swear on the honor of the Timefield family.
Let's put the vows away for now, Misty. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people swearing oaths on this and that. I believe what you said is true. Why else would you have come all the way here in the middle of the night, right? But I really couldn't follow all that about a boom and shadow crooked by 20 degrees. Sure, we at Yunque Summit practice mystic arts, but ghost hunting and monster chasing...
Might as well
isn't
try
our
it.
specialty.
To be precise, it was crooked by 22 degrees to the left. I remember that clearly. But I
I admit I was a bit abrupt earlier. My apologies. It's not that I've misunderstood the mystic arts. I've come because a friend told me that Mr. Wise and Miss Bell are currently staying here, and she trusts them.
So, I guess Alice wants to kind of talk to us? The Senior Yinhu, what's going on?
We're here, Senior Yinhu.
Let's see.
What's going on?
Oh, perfect timing. You two are just who Miss Timefield is looking for.
What? You're Mr. Wise and Miss Bell?
Hi, I'm Wise and this is my sister.
Hi.
Oh boy.
I'm Wise.
Um,
This is my sister Belle.
So I guess sorry.
Hi.
Alice is a
expect me
little
to
bit
go?
of a scaredy cat, maybe?
Alright, Wise, stop staring at me. I know I shouldn't have said that.
After a few minutes, Alice explains what had happened earlier.
I see. So, you spotted an unidentified glowing object outside your window and came here for help. But I didn't expect Lucy to be the one who sent you.
To be honest, Ms. Montefiore and I both attended the Celestia School for Girls. Even after she broke ties with her father and left without a word, we've still always kept in touch. Actually, I had planned to ask Porcelumix's staff for help with this, but it's late, and I couldn't get in touch with anyone.
And I'm not sure if I would trust them, to be
I
honest.
can't share all the details, but I'm afraid that by morning...
Especially
something
with
this
Damien
strange will
doing
just
this
be brushed
this
off and
weird
not taken
comment of
seriously.
I wouldn't want anything to happen to him either, you know. Recall the information you previously learned about Alice.
After hearing rumors that Alice might only be on the inspection team because of her family name, I asked Fairy to look into the time fields. Turns out she's likely here in place of her grandfather, who's fallen ill. We're not sure what exactly happened, but Alice was probably threatened by them. In any case, Porcelumix clearly doesn't take her seriously. The way they're treating her so differently from the other guests is really going over the line.
Since Ms. Montefiore spoke so highly of you both, I'd like to ask for your help in investigating the
And
unidentified object
well, I
that appeared
guess that's
outside my
also
window.
maybe a way to get closer to her to figure out more information about what Damien is doing.
As agreed, I'll be staying in Wi-Fi Peninsula for another 2 weeks. And if this issue isn't settled, it's going to be a real problem.
Hey, Wise, what do you think?
Then she's a friend of Lucy's, but we're just proxies. Go with
We're
that
just
one.
proxies. Wouldn't it be better to suggest she hire a detective for this kind of thing?
Do you charge per case? Or perhaps you work on a daily or hourly
Oh
rate?
no.
If it's about the commission fee, please don't worry. My Ether Dynamics tutor used to charge for every 5 minutes in each lesson.
I'm not sure how I feel about her just immediately starting with money. As soon as
That's no
there were
problem.
doubts.
No problem at all. You came here for help, and you're
I'm
even
not sure
friends
how I
with
feel
someone
about
we know.
that,
Of
but
course we'll lend a
anyway.
hand. Don't worry. Here at Yunquei Summit, we're not only skilled in the mystic arts, we're also good at tracking things down and getting to the bottom of mysteries.
See, hey Senior Yinhu, you shouldn't be making this decision on your own. Or seriously, Senior Yinhu, are you already speaking on our behalf?
Senior Yinhu, you shouldn't be making this decision on your own.
I'm not making decisions for you. I'm just helping you seize an opportunity. Let me tell you, the Timefield family isn't just loaded, they're on a whole nother level. Whether Beeline and the others get paid leave, and whether Senior Fufu gets to eat meat next month, all depend on you two now.
Well, I mean, based on her immediately starting with money, I guess this was kind of expected. Wait, stop piling the pressure on me already.
Please stop putting more pressure on me, Senior.
Miss Timefield, why don't you stay with us tonight? Get a good night's rest, and after breakfast tomorrow, Junior Wise will go with you to investigate.
Are you both really willing to take this commission? Please don't feel obligated if you'd rather not get involved with the people Porsalumix have brought recently.
I wasn't expecting her to just immediately start off with that.
You can rest assured, Miss Timefield. We'll
I was
accept the
expecting
commission
her to
and
be
investigate with you
more
starting tomorrow.
secretive about what's happening with the Fimefields in connection with Porsalumix.
Thank you so much. I'll be staying here tonight then.
You help Alice settle in her room at Suebian Temple. Finally got everything settled. Senior Yinhu and Belle have gone back to their rooms. I should head to bed too. And that's the safety inspection done. Alright, head to your room and rest. Well, time to go back to bed then. And let's see what awaits us tomorrow. In-game, that is. Better get some sleep. We've got an investigation to run first thing tomorrow. Comfy bed, here I come. As expected, you fall asleep the moment you hit the bed. And the next morning, someone messages us. Mr. Wise, hi, I'm Alice. Your sister just gave me your knock-knock contact info. Looking forward to connecting with you. Good morning. I'm really sorry for reaching out so early and bothering you. See, no worries, I was just about to look for you. I'm up already and just about to come find you. Let's go with that. Alright, I'll be waiting for you here at the Suebian Temple Atrium. What is the atrium? Maybe the center thing? Could be. But quite interesting. So with the level up, we're starting to see people actually come here. That's quite nice to see. Bamboo assistants can now level up. Okay. Here you can see the current stats of your Bamboo. When a Bamboo levels up, they will gain an increase to a random stat. Use Bamboo Energy Module plugins to level up your Bamboo Assistant. Okay. Nice to have. But let's see. I would like... But I don't think we have... Yeah, the ability to place another one, right? Yeah, we don't. So... In that sense... The auto-collect function is now unlocked. From now on, crafted items will be automatically collected. Much more convenient now, isn't it? Alright, so... You don't even have to do anything after a certain point. So that's quite nice to have. But do we have anything I could... Yes, we do. Alright then. So in that sense, I'm just gonna work on that as time goes on. And now let's see. Let's talk with Alice. And see what's up.
Good morning, Mr. Wise. Sorry for causing trouble by showing up so late last night.
No worries. You came here for help after all.
No problem. You came to us for help. And really, no need to be so formal. Just call me Wise.
Alright. Then, please, feel free to call me Alice.
So did you sleep well last night? Or you look a little tired? Everything okay?
You seem a little tired. Did the thought of what you saw outside last night keep you up?
Not at all. Having all of you nearby made me feel quite safe. It's just... the scrolls hanging in the room were all tilted by 2 10 degrees, and when I was about to sleep after fixing them, I noticed that the two vases by the bed didn't match.
I see. Doesn't mean she has like OCD or something?
Sorry, you have to see this side of me. This nitpicky habit of mine is a disgrace to my family's name.
Although it's not that bad, Sweebian Temple just lives up to its name.
Oh, no. It's not that bad. The Swabian Temple just lives up to its name.
Thank you for understanding. By the way, about that thing I saw outside my window last night, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Suggest checking the area below Alice's room.
How about we take a look around the lower floor of your building first? Since it appeared outside your window, there might be leads outside.
That's a good point.
Okay, sure. Good thing you suggested starting outside. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed.
I mean, it
to
could
admit,
either be nothing bad,
don't dare
or
step
it
back
could be
into that room
something
until we know exactly what I
from
saw.
Porcelumex, which, I mean, Alice did what Damien wanted, so I'm not sure, I guess. What we'll have to see, of course. Mr. Wise, shall we head out to investigate the area below the apartment building? My apartment building. Sure. Let's go now.
Alice, let's talk about last night. You said you heard a soft thump followed by a loud bang.
Yes, and it went pitch dark outside the window.
Why is she suddenly running?
I pulled back the curtains.
Okay, no one. Here we are. I'm staying at the building on the left. Oh, right here? Due to the influx of visitors from Tops and the inspection team, Porcelumix ran out of rooms in their guest building, so I was arranged here to stay here instead. Look at the crowd over here. There are all kinds of items scattered around. You're right. Let's go check it out. And I guess she's up there. Maybe? Couldn't tell very exactly though. Right, scattered items. A bunch of miscellaneous items are scattered on the ground near the vending machine. A recycling bin for empty cans, flower pots, fresh soil. Where did these flower pots came from? When I passed by here yesterday evening, they weren't around. I don't remember seeing any flower pots here either. Oh look, there is an identical flower pot on a balcony over there. I can't believe they'd put a flower pot in such a dangerous location. If anyone in our household did something that irresponsible, Mr. Arnold would certainly scold them. Mr. Arnold? Oh, he's our butler? Sorry I went off on a tangent. I'm glad you want to chat with me. Maybe it's because you not only took me in when I had nowhere else to go, but you've also been really sweet. I feel at ease around you. Oh, I just remembered something. After that skeleton and huge tilted shadow flashed by outside the window, there was another noise from downstairs. It must have been the sound of a falling flower pot. That's another important clue. The balcony with the flower pots is quite a bit lower than Alice's window. Maybe whatever scared Alice fell to the ground along with the flower pot? Look for clues nearby. The only point we have left is Alice herself. This is the guest house where Alice lives. Let's look around for any clues. Alice, which floor do you live on? Which window did you see the shadow at? The second to last floor, the one with the adword. Oh. So the light was green, right? So I guess that explains where the light came, or like why it is perhaps green is because of the adword. The window is right next to the drain pipe on the left side of the billboard. But would she be able to really see the green light from there? Maybe, probably yes, but still. How big was the shadow? Huge, basically covering the entire window. There is nothing near the window that could support a massive object. The drain pipes and adwords have very limited capacity. Where did that dark shadow come from? Ah, I see. What's up? Sorry, I was just talking to myself. Yesterday, while I was in my room, I kept hearing noise from around here. It turns out there's a construction site not far behind. Yeah, I can see a huge tower crane. Wait, a tower crane? Is that maybe just it? Overturned beverage box, let's see. The overturned drinks crate must have been hit by that flower pot. But why would this lone box end up all the way out here? Yeah, it's weird for it to be here. Upon closer inspection, there are a number of thin scratches on the surface of the box. No wait, those look like claw marks from some small animal. You have a gut feeling you're onto something, and before you know it, you lift the box. Oh, there are a trail of tiny footprints. That sparkly feeling, it's glow-in-the-dark paint. Glow-in-the-dark paint. The exact same color as that glowing skeleton I saw last night. Looks like we found our perp.
Wise, have you figured out what happened last night?
I haven't quite just yet.
I have some theories after seeing the footprints, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
Okay, let's piece together what we know so far. I think both of our guesses are probably pretty close. Let's go with that and see.
Probably pretty close.
Really? Then let's go over what we found together. First, about that huge shadow. What do you think it was? And how did it end up outside my window?
I guess it could be the crane? It might have just been your eyes playing tricks on you. It was probably from some cargo hanging from the tower crane, or it was a flower pot. Let's go with the crane.
It was probably from cargo hanging on the tower crane. Cargo was big enough to block the whole window, and the way it vanished without a trace makes sense if we assume it was moved away with the crane. You mentioned hearing a soft thump before the shadow appeared. One of the ropes holding the cargo probably snapped, causing the load to tilt and bump against your window.
Yes, that's what I figured too. Thinking back, the reason I was so certain that it was tilted exactly 22 degrees was because there was a shipping label on the crate.
You saw a shipping label?
But let's just assume for a moment that it was. Then, what do you think made it fall to the ground?
See, it was knocked over by the skeleton that stalled you. It was knocked over by the cargo hanging from the tower crane. Let's go with that, makes more sense.
It was knocked over by the cargo hanging from the tower crane.
But if something that large hit it, wouldn't all the pots have fallen to the ground?
I mean, it sounds like it's not that large. I see, okay.
It was probably knocked over by that skeleton that startled you. After the cargo hit your window, the crane lifted it back up, but that little creature couldn't hold on and fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left on the balcony means it had to be something smaller.
That's a fair point. I was kind of thinking of, well, the size of this bucket down there is probably small enough. But then again, you wouldn't use a crane for that, would you?
Looks like we have the same train of thought. That leaves us with just one remaining question. What was that glowing skeleton?
It was the owner of those little glowing
It's
footprints.
pretty clear. The culprit is whatever animal left those glowing little footprints. Since its paws were covered in phosphorescent paint, the skeleton pattern was probably painted on its body or clothes.
It used the full sequence of events.
There's no phosphorescent paint on the drain pipe, so it's likely the little creature hitched a ride on the cargo and was caught in the crane malfunction, which then caused it to slam into the window. Later, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot. But the exact sequence of events isn't really the point. What matters is this. No matter how clever an animal is, it couldn't have dressed itself up like that.
That's true. Means probably someone covered it in the paint. Reminds me of a thing where apparently like several years ago, I believe someone put hats on birds and just basically glued them on
Which means
for whatever reason.
someone deliberately used it to pull a prank on me. That's going too far. Wise, since it left footprints while fleeing, there must be more tracks nearby. If we follow them, we might be able to find whoever or whatever's behind this. Look over here. The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Look over there. Yeah. Okay. So
Let's
something
follow them
is
and check it
walking
out.
up there.
How could they? I can't believe someone actually used an animal to pull a prank.
But was it on Alice specifically? I mean, I feel like it might be. Where does it continue? There it is.
The footprints stop here. Did it jump off? Let's go down and take a look.
Heart rate of the client increased to 120 BPM.
How does Fairy know
Here is a
that?
proverb. A cornered rabbit will bite.
Fairy, you're not helping.
I was about to ask, is she a rabbit? I guess she kind of is, right? I'm not quite sure, but I guess it kind of looks like it. Wait, let's continue on. Let's see, it's on the other side.
The footprints disappear here.
We're getting close to the pet store, aren't we?
The footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone?
The pet store.
There it is! Don't let it get away!
Hey, stop! There! It ran into that shop!
So you were behind yesterday's pranks. The real culprit.
Monato?
What? Yuzuha, visitors.
Coming. What can I get for you? Huh? Oh well. Huh. Guess I got found out after all. Miss, based on what you just said, may I assume that you're the owner of this tanuki?
And looks like that'll be the moment where we get introduced to the second new character of this version.
His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama.
Uh-huh.
What I mean is, he's not just this Tanuki. He has a name. And I'm not Kama's owner. We're just partners.
Which I guess makes me think that, I guess Alice is probably just kind of a random victim, so to speak.
Excuse me for being presumptuous.
I think, at least. She doesn't look like she's affiliated. Alice's assertiveness suddenly dropped. Seems like this is gonna be a tough nut to crack.
The girl's name is Yuzuha, right? She suddenly changed the subject. Seems like she'll be a tough nut to crack.
It's all right. Kama just said he doesn't mind. So, honored guests, what brings you to Mystic Wares? Looking for anything in particular? I'm Ukinami Yuzuha. Our family runs a well-known porcelain shop in Phylum Heights. We carry all kinds of goods, and any purchase of a second item comes with a 1% discount.
That might as well be no discount, but anyway.
All right. Thank you very much.
At that point, why even bother?
Here to shop. Miss Ukinami.
But I guess you're bothering because that means you, hey, we're offering a
You and your
discount.
partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot
Anyway.
of trouble. Huh? That's a bit of a shock. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor.
Returning the favor.
Returning the favor? Sorry, I don't
Sounds
quite
like they
follow what
have
you
had
mean.
a history.
How could you not understand? You were clearly the ones who started the prank in the first place. Porcelumex previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Waifei Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
Yuzuha, saying something like that in front of others might be a bit...
Monato, I've been meaning to say this for a while. You having that face and always talking like a goody two-shoes? What a waste.
Try to defend Alice.
Excuse me, may I say
So
something?
sounds like Yusuha kind of likes to troll a little bit.
Porcelumex brought in the inspection team just for show. Of course, people are going to feel outraged. It's just that, even with so many well-known experts on the investigation team, none dared to defy Porcelumex. So why place all the blame on Miss Timefield alone?
I see. You're saying I'm just picking the easy target?
That is true if you think about it.
I remember now. I've seen you before. You were that disciple in training. Wise, from Swabian Temple. Didn't expect you'd be more witty than you look. Anyway, after hearing you out, I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that. It won't happen again.
Won't prank again or won't be caught again?
I really appreciate you saying that.
Because I feel like it's more a... I won't be caught again.
But you don't look so thankful. Are you still so concerned about what happened last night?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy that apology personally.
You've misunderstood. I indeed joined the supervisory investigation team. And though there are reasons I can't
There's
fully
something
explain,
off.
as a descendant of the Timefield family, I won't forgive myself for my mistakes just because you apologized. I only hope you'll take back what you said about me being unqualified. The Timefield family has always upheld strict discipline. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance.
Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you're pretty confident in your knowledge. Then, do you know what this strange piece of porcelain is?
What is she just going to show? A special porcelain shard added to the workbench. A porcelain shard of relatively high purity. From the looks of it, it probably used to be part of a large device. I mean, it's covered with metal on the backside.
This looks more like a shard of some kind of device rather than porcelain. Also, was it just my imagination? Or did I suddenly sense an unpleasant aura coming from it? Something similar to the presence of a sacrifice.
Wouldn't be surprised if they were around as well.
Oh, that's a shard of a large obscura.
Obscure. Alice recognized it.
Yes, an obscura is a type of experimental reactor vessel made with high-purity porcelain as its outer shell. Due to the unique properties of porcelain, when etheric matter is placed inside obscura, it can slowly come into contact with the air. This allows researchers to observe how ether behaves once it leaves a hollow.
It sounds like Alice at least knows certain things.
Although an obscura is a rather expensive piece of lab equipment, there's nothing strange about it. This shard hasn't been coated with the outer layer yet. It was probably damaged during manufacturing.
Or at least Alice is lacking this self-confidence.
Damaged during manufacturing? So there is something wrong with this thing.
See, Monato? I told you my instincts were spot on. Who would have thought we'd figure out what this thing is in such an unexpected way? What a stroke of luck!
What were you all talking about? Or could someone explain what just happened?
Could someone explain what just happened?
We suspect that someone at Porcelumex has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the hollow. Items not listed in the official registry.
So, a black market of
Simply
sorts.
put, they publicly claim to be producing low-value products. Workers' wages and even the reported profits are all calculated based on that. But in reality, someone's pocketing the difference for themselves.
Exactly. The Obscura isn't a regular product of the Wi-Fi Peninsula factory, so its appearance here clearly points to shady dealings going on inside the hollow.
Unless someone brought it back, but I don't think that's likely.
Where did you find the shard?
We found it in a batch of materials delivered to our shop from Siloon Bay. The residents there collect discarded porcelain from the hollow, and my father uses the scraps to make handicrafts. Let's go, Monato! We're heading to Siloon Bay! If we can trace this shard back to its source,
New area?
we'll have enough evidence to expose
Question mark?
the corruption inside Porcelumex and give them a real scandal to deal with.
We'll see.
Wait a moment. Are you sure it's okay to just say your whole plan out loud like that?
It's fine. You're a scaredy cat. No way you'd snitch to Porcelumex. Wait, you wouldn't, right?
Of course not. But not because I'm afraid. As a descendant of the Timefield family, I would never stoop to something so dishonorable.
So this version, we basically have a prankster and a scaredy cat. I feel like that's a nice combination. That's certainly not gonna go well.
It seems you still have some questions
Certainly.
for Miss Ukinami regarding the Obscura. Apologies, but given my current position, I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to hear any further details. So please excuse me for now. Thank you for helping resolve the issue. I'll have the payment for the commission sent over promptly.
Soon after, Alice leaves.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl. Do you have something to ask us?
Can I join you in... that was to be expected.
Can I come with
I
you to
think.
Silum Bay for the investigation? I'm curious about the origin of that shard. Besides, I can help if you're heading into the Hollow.
No problem. You're more than welcome to join us. Wow, today's our lucky day. Not only did we find a lead, but we even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door.
Don't lay it on too thick, Yuzuha. You don't want to scare Wise away.
We'll see.
Still, we have no reason to turn down the proxy's help. So, we'll be counting on you from now on.
Monato, if your tail wasn't wagging like an electric fan right now, I'd give you a perfect score for how mature you acted.
Why? Sorry, I didn't get to say hi earlier. It's hard to get a word in when Yuzuha's around. What the heck, Manato? That's so mean. You two seem pretty familiar with each other. We're classmates. Okay, I was about to guess they're like siblings or something. Considering she came out of the same door, I think. But never mind then. We're classmates, for we've got a ton of students from Wi-Fi Peninsula. Standout characters like Manato are pretty rare, and those who are both eye-catching and genuinely nice people are even rarer. I see. Don't just go along with what she says. Actually, Yuzuha was the one we wanted to investigate, but I also think we couldn't let Porcelumix get away with just a slap on the wrist. Anyway, let's head to Silum Bay and ask around. Speaking of, what kind of place is it? It's an area near the shore below Valium Heights. In the past, Lumite ore mined from the hollows was washed there first. Now quite a few residents have moved in. The elevator at Sweepian Temple's entrance goes straight to Silum Bay. Should have been fixed last week. So the elevator goes there. Let's go check it out. And that's mission 2 completed. Alright, so we saw the elevator being closed quite a few times already. And looks like it's now finally time. And we're running into a few people here.
The elevator's still out of service? But I heard the repairs were already finished.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Though the repairs have been completed, some facilities and services, like the Wi-Fi cable car, have recently been suspended due to safety concerns.
Safety concerns? What exactly do you mean?
Ah.
Sorry. I don't know much about the specifics since the Wi-Fi cable car is operated under Porcelumix. You can contact their service hotline. Customer support will be able to provide you with more detailed information.
That's a little strange. Are they maybe still intending to withhold information?
Then, is there another way to get to Silum Bay?
As far as I know, there aren't any other routes available at the moment.
What a shame. I heard Silum Bay is on the seaside, and
Hey,
the
that's a
scenery at
little
sunset is
strange.
supposed to be stunning.
How would people... I mean, they just said now that Silum Bay has residents. How do they get out of there?
If it's a seaside view you're after, you could take the cable car to Lemnian Island. It offers a close view of the Hollow, and since Porcelumix has staff stationed there, it's fairly safe.
Are you saying the edge of the Hollow is somehow safer than a seaside residential area?
No. That's not what I meant.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Since I can't get to Silum Bay, I suppose I'll just wander around the area for a while.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
Still strange though. Something is off. On the other side.
Looks like the elevator's still out of service.
Silum Bay is home to many who were left homeless after the fall of the old capital. Their living conditions aren't great, and they handle most of the hardest and most dangerous jobs in the Hollow.
So does Parsalumix just not want people to look in there?
If the inspection team were to catch wind of something sensitive from the locals there, it'd be a real headache for Porsalumex. So they went ahead and blocked the road entirely.
I see. So yeah, they're basically just not really wanting to let them see things. But we can't get to Salium Bay right now. There must... Surely there is, right? It's not like they can get... They can get them get stuck, basically, right?
Exactly. That whole no other route nonsense is just something Porsalumex tells outsiders to fool them.
You can go around the mountain by taking the upper highway, and then head down from the other side. It'll just take a little longer.
It'll just take a little longer. Easy for you to say. We're not all made of pure muscle like you.
I guess I could probably carry both of you together.
Whoa, don't take it so literally. I was just complaining a little. But knowing how thorough that Damien from Porsalumex is, they might have even secured the mountain paths to keep people away from Silium Bay.
But like, how do people from Silium Bay get out of there?
Good point.
It's not like they can lock them down, right?
Let's meet
Surely they can't. Shortly after, Yusuha and Manitou leave. You return to Sweebian Temple with the obscure shard and briefly tell Belle what had happened that morning. How's it going? I can sense some etheric matter, but I can't tell if it's a sacrifice or not. I hate to admit it, but I guess my perception isn't quite on your level. I barely even used that perception technique Shifu taught me. But I agree with you all, that thing's super suspicious. We should definitely look into it properly. Wise, I'll come with you to Salium Bay using ears. I might be able to help. Alright then. After tidying it up a bit, you set out with ears.
I wonder how things are going with Minato and Yuzuha. Let's go check.
Time to walk up there then. Not sure what to think of. I mean, clearly, Porsalumix doesn't want them to look into it too deeply. Of course they don't, right? The less opportunity you have for asking questions, the better it is. Is that this path, maybe? Actually, I think I've been a bit on edge ever since you saw that rich girl. I don't want Wise to think you're a mean person. I couldn't care less about that lady. Besides, does it matter if people think I'm mean? You gotta put a habit of worrying about everyone on the back burner and think about how we're gonna deal with those patrolling security mechs instead. I'm here, let's see. Perfect timing. We just finished our investigation and Damien has, as expected, taken care of the mountain paths too. He blocked them off and temporarily prohibited any residents from passing through, under the pretext that remnants of the Exaltists might be trying to escape. And he even got all kinds of security mechs patrolling there 24/7. So you basically just put them into lockdown? The hell? So you mean the mountain paths full of machines right now? Yep, they've got triple the strength of a normal person, and they never get tired. This ain't gonna be easy. No, this just got way easier. Because we're just gonna have Fairy doing it. So you're saying you got this killer AI that can perfectly wipe out surveillance footage as long as it's not human patrols. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good thing this princess isn't here right now, or she'd definitely be all absolutely not, you cannot do that. Yuzuha, you say that you don't care. Alright, Wise, let's roll. Minato and I will handle shutting down the enemies. You take care of wiping those visual logs. Minato was totally ignored. Alright, if we're all set, then let's head out. Endo combat. Well, time to see what's going on then. What's so special about Salium Bay?
We just have to follow this railway track to get to Siloon Bay. Watch out! There's security mechs patrolling up ahead.
Looks a little like that's basically around the corner. That would be where where Salium Heights is. Why does Naps have a car here?
We've got enemies.
Combat tutorial Yuzuha. Yuzuha's special attack can inflict sweet scare on enemies. When the active character attacks enemies in this state, it triggers flavor match, causing them to continuously take damage matching that character's attribute. When other squad members land hits on enemies, Yuzuha launches basic attack Hard Candy Shot around the enemy. When the attack hits enemies affected by Sweet Scare with a heavy attack, Yuzuha will consume sugar points to deal additional damage and anomaly accumulation.
Don't go too hard, Minato, or people will notice the damage. Yep, not even close.
I mean, you don't give them an option apart from just destroying them.
Memories of accidentally falling or something. All done. Let's go.
Hold on. Come with me for a sec.
Nothing here, from the looks of it. So I guess then let's continue on. Do you just want to take a car? Ever since we set out, I've had this feeling someone's been tailing us. Fairy, can you feel that? Sorry, there are no available video recording devices on this mountain path. Who on earth could it be? They're coming. Oh, it's Alice!
Oh, it's you.
What is Alice doing here? Alice, don't be scared, it's us.
Alice, don't be afraid. It's us.
Wise, it's you. You frightened me.
You were the one sneaking around behind us. And yet you got so scared like that. So what are you doing here?
Mizukinami? Mr. Komano? I'd like to help you with the Obscura investigation. I gave it some thought after heading back. If I'm part of the investigation team, but can't do anything,
Oh,
I'll be able
true.
to never forgive myself.
So she's technically, yeah, she is part of the team. So that would mean that she has a reason to be here.
In case you forgot, you were brought in by Porcelumex. If they ever discovered you helped us, things could
Well,
end
we have this
for
magic
you.
AI, don't we?
And if you always worry too much about living up to other people's standards, you'll only grow up to be a useless person someday.
You're worried Porcelumex might come after her, right? Still, You might have gone a little too far with your warning just now.
Well,
Nobody asked for your opinion.
not sure what to think about Yusuha, not gonna lie. Right, let's see. Alice, are you sure it's okay for you to join us, or don't push yourself too hard?
Alice, are you really sure it's okay for you to join us?
Thank you, Wise. Don't worry about me. Mr. Blackwood may be strict, but from what I've heard, he at least honors his contracts. And since what we're investigating isn't related to a safety issue, even if word gets out, I'll have my ways to handle it. Also, while what Miss Ukinami said earlier was fair, at its core, doesn't it still count as just another form of trying to measure up to other people's standards?
Okay, so... I mean, I feel like it shouldn't be too bad that Alice, who's supposed to be investigating, right, is investigating something. So, like... Can Porcelumix really complain? I feel like that's not really the case.
As a member of the Timefield family, I take full
In my opinion.
responsibility for my choices. So please, there's no need to worry.
Alrighty, but you heard our plan. After investigating Siloon Bay, we'll likely be heading into the Hollow. That's not exactly the kind of place for a noble lady to take a stroll.
I mean, we've had our fair share of noble people going through those.
That's even less of a concern. One can't become a proper Hollow Scholar without field research, so I've undergone professional sword training and Hollow survival drills since childhood.
Alright then, I've got no objections.
I mean, we have Miyabi,
What about you, Minato?
and I guess that's already it.
Welcome aboard.
Meanwhile,
A patrol mech is approaching. Careful.
character intro Alice. When Alice attacks, hit enemies, or trigger assault through anomaly build-up, she gains Blade Etiquette. When Alice stacks Blade Etiquette to its maximum, she can hold the attack button to unleash a three-stage charged basic attack, Starshine Waltz. This triggers polarized assault when hitting an enemy.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Surprised they just randomly appeared behind
You
us.
handle yourself well in a fight.
That's kind of surprising. I was expecting them to just walk down the road.
Need my help. I appreciate it.
If you're not sure how to respond to Yuzuha, just don't. She won't get mad. Wise, you can give it a try too.
Is there anything around here?
Wait, Minato, are you riling her up on purpose? Yuzuha, focus on the enemies. The enemies!
No more voice lines then? Let's... Okay, the road is blocked from here.
Uh-oh, it's people from Porcelumix.
But looks like we have a way
Avoid them and
around.
take a detour.
Land for sale.
As if all those security mechs weren't enough. Now they're sending in reinforcements?
I feel like I might recognize the game that this is referencing. It's a nice one.
That Damien is such a headache to deal with.
The way is blocked. There wasn't a door here before. Must be a recent installation. Let me see. Yeah, it's the type that triggers an alarm if you try to climb over it. It's really reassuring how meticulous Minato is. Just happened to have a side gig installing locks and I was working part-time before. Also, that's why when you were so busy, you didn't even have time to check on Spook Shack forums, huh? But what do we do now? don't worry, we got this. There's a bamboo workbench here. Yeah, I'll use EOS to access the bamboo workbench and find the passcode. I'll leave it to you then. Alright, but where is it? Oh, there it is. Is that gonna be the return of the TV mode? I do miss it. No, it isn't. Okay.
You have successfully entered the Marcel maze.
Wise was always the one jumping around with Eos before.
Oh.
Eos's tiny...
I thought it was gonna block me from jumping down there, but never mind. Yeah, I do still definitely miss the TV mode, in my opinion. It was a nice feature of Zenless, and I'm disappointed they got rid of it. But at the same time, I mean, they have the stats. I guess it just didn't work out, or something. But it was a really nice gimmick, and I enjoyed it. Okay, never mind. Might as well make sure to collect all these coins. But at least it's not a complete fall down. But yeah, still, I definitely missed the TV mode. It was a nice feature in my opinion. So I certainly do miss it. And I hope they at least return it in some form at some point. But I have the mild feeling that I might not. But it still was kind of the thing that made Zenless, you know? Damn it. All right. Oh, I didn't quite expect to go up all the way up there, but I did manage to do so. So that's a nice thing. Can't go all the way there though. And not up there either. Can I? I want to get those coins, but I don't think I'll be able to do that, right? Oh, hang on. I have an idea. I have an idea how I can do that. Just maybe. Didn't expect it quite in that sense, but it worked. Alright then. Then let's continue. Let's continue on. Still nice. I'm not sure what I think of this. It is still nice. Don't get me wrong. So where exactly am I supposed to go? I guess I'm supposed to press that big button. Oh. That would have made things easier, I guess. Oh, might as well jump on. And that clears it. So, I guess instead of TV mode, we do now physically run through things. And I guess we get these mini games of sorts.
Great job, Belle. Let's keep going.
I still miss the 2 mode, not gonna lie. But if it didn't work out, it just didn't work out, you know?
Keep it up,
All
guys.
right.
Once we get past here, it'll be smooth sailing.
Sounds like we're about to get close to
I'll handle it.
Bay.
Who dares hurt us? How much longer until we get to Silent Bay? Yeah.
We're almost there. We cross 2 bridges, follow a short path, and we'll reach the elevator.
Under this. But take me shopping later. Yeah.
Does that mean we'll unlock the elevator?
And then we're there?
Or...
And then we'll be a third of the way there.
I got this, Alice! Now you see why I sometimes just want to punch him. Right, Wise?
I mean, it should be expected that it'll be a long route.
Sure, leave it to me! Need my help, Yuzuha?
But then again, they do have an elevator there, so...
All done. Everyone, let's move.
I mean, if they do have an elevator to go there, then in theory it's not too far away, but it's... I mean, I guess it's mostly... I think the game started off up there, right? Maybe, yeah, maybe up there, right? So, I guess it's a bit of a elevator thing because it's so far, if you, like, in terms of the height. Someone's watching us. So we haven't gone through here unnoticed. But it looks like we've made it. So this is Salium Bay, what a beautiful sight. Man, this bounded path goes on forever. Wise, did you rest well? It seems like Miss Ukinami and the others have found someone selling porcelain materials. Let's head over. And I see a chest. I see 2 chests. Sounds like we have a map from now on as well. There we go. Oh, hang on. So this is still Thalium Heights. This was where we started off. And this is the main area with the Sweepian Temple. And now we're down here. Interesting. Not gonna lie, didn't quite expect it to be on the same map, but never mind then. Right, let's continue on then for a little while longer. Collected chests, might as well do that. Hello, kitty. Another one. How many chests do we have? 9 out of 10, and that includes the main area on top. Presumably. So the last one should probably be here. There we go. The city is quite, or well, this part is quite, well, not a kitty. Looks like that's the elevator that would take us up there, but currently can't. Well, there you go. It is quite how do you say that? It's small, and at the same time, like, you can easily get lost, I think. But it's still small. But there are all these kind of corners in there.
Yuzuha, here to pick up materials for Uncle
But let's
Balrog
see.
again? Seems like you've been the one picking things up these days.
My dad's been having some back pain.
Let's
lately,
see what we
so
have
I've
in
been running
Celium
errands
Bay.
for him.
But if you keep skipping school, won't you get expelled?
You're one to talk. Careful, or I'll have Kama replace all your favorite Bubble Pop candy with rubber. Actually, we were supposed to be doing our Hollow internships these days. But since Lemnian Hollow's been unsafe lately, they ended up canceling everything and just marked us all as qualified.
Not sure what to think of that.
Wow, your luck's still better than ever, huh? My brother failed his Hollow internship 3 times last year. For a while, just seeing the Hollow from a distance made him nauseous. Oh, right! What kind of materials are you picking up today, Yuzuha? Check out this piece of high-grade lumite ore I've got. Ajang snatched it from a white-haired ghost woman in the Hollow just last night.
What? A white-haired ghost woman?
And of course, Alice is a little bit of a scaredy cat again.
That's right! He was hauling cargo in the Hollow for poor Salumex, and somehow stumbled upon a huge pile of lumite ore. So he started gathering the stones one by one, and then a shaky, wobbly figure started drifting toward him from a distance. It was a ghost woman with long white hair, bird-like wings, and golden feathers. But in the blink of an eye, she vanished. And just then, Ajang suddenly felt a shiver crawl down the back of his neck.
Boink.
Ow! Yuzuha,
Oh, bonk.
Weren't you the one who said that the most important part of the porcelain business isn't selling goods, but selling stories?
That story was awful. And didn't you go around last week telling everyone you heard strange moaning sounds on the mountain paths nearby? Your story sure changed quick.
That one wasn't a lie. Mello, Dante, and I all heard it, and not just once.
What? Strange moaning sounds?
Not gonna comment that.
Uh-huh. You said that one wasn't a lie. Which means the ghost story's mostly made up, right?
You're trying to trick me again. But seriously, Ajang really did get spooked by something all pale and ghosty last night. I'm not making that up.
All right.
So, sounds like we have the same thing happening
When
again.
my dad turns it into jewelry, I'll give the story a proper rewrite, okay? I promise it'll
But
be weird and
I
thrilling
guess
enough.
this time it shouldn't have been Yuzuha because she was gonna be up in the main area.
But in exchange,
So what happened down there
you gotta
then?
Tell me something. Take a look at this piece.
It's the shard again, of
This was
course.
part of the last batch delivered to my place. Do you remember who brought it in?
That wasn't one of mine. Probably from Mello or Uncle Afang. Anyways, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out.
Let's go. Thanks.
Doesn't want to speak too much, does he? Should we go and ask them one by one? Do you need our help?
So, are we going to ask them one by one now?
Yeah, let's split up and ask around. Monato and I will go find Uncle Afang. Wise, you go with our little lady here and check with Mello. If it turns out to be his, make sure to get the exact time and place he found the piece.
Let's go.
So we're gonna be investigating where did the piece come from and so on. So we'll see. Hang on. Can we walk on there? First, can we touch the water? Nope. We can walk on here. But there's nothing really to see here, unfortunately. Right, then in that case, I guess let's continue on and ask a few people and find some information, hopefully. First up is Mellow. Hey there, are you Mellow? Yeah, what's up? I hear you trade porcelain materials around here. Could you take a look at this photo on my phone? Have you ever seen this piece before? Yeah, I've seen it before. Oh, really? What? Don't believe me? I'll have you know I got the best intel in all Salium Bay. Of course we believe you. That's why we came all this way to ask for your help. Little one, can you tell us about the origins of this porcelain shard? No way, can't you see I'm busy? Someone broke my toy and I'm trying to fix it. I'm not in the mood to talk. This is a remote control edition City Hunter. I saved up my allowance for a whole year to get this. It's all Dentist's fault. Our kid, this is a huge deal. But when it comes to remote control toys, I might be able to figure something out. I can fix your toy, maybe. Huh, can you fix it? If you can really fix it, I'll tell you all about where that porcelain shard comes from. E for tuning once more. And this time, some have to be followed in order, while others can be ignored, sort of. Well, I'm not quite sure. Let's see. I mean, I need to find a way where I can get this one. In the meanwhile, on the YouTube chat, should I say for Yanagi if I can't get Yusuha? I honestly have no idea. I'm gonna be honest about that one. I haven't paid too much attention to how specifically certain characters or what you're supposed to be building, in which kind of teams you're supposed to be putting Yusuha. I haven't looked at that info just yet. Right, how, see, obviously these are supposed to be connecting in the same way. Or like in the same order. Which makes me think it has to be connected in this way. Or this thing at least. Or maybe I just had an idea. I feel like I'm getting it close. There we go. Actually not quite. I think that'll be it. Yeah, that should be it.
Whoa! Awesome! It's really fixed! Hello, little one. Can you tell us where this porcelain shard came from?
Now let's see if we can get some info.
No.
Of course we're not gonna get any info.
Huh? It's important to keep your word, little one. You understand that, right?
I have the mild suspicion that we just got fooled.
But my mom said Porcelumex doesn't allow outsiders around here these days. So if I see any suspicious strangers, I'm not supposed to talk to them. And I never seen you before.
But are we really suspicious if we literally just fixed the toy? Let's see, actually we're not strangers. Just look at this elegant lady. There's no way she can be a bad person, right? Let's go with that.
But look at
Let's
her.
go with the second
This
option.
graceful, elegant lady clearly wouldn't be a bad person.
Thank you for the compliments. But I doubt that's a convincing reason to trust us. Hey, little one. Actually, we know Miss Yuzuha, the daughter of Mystic Wares' owner, Mr.
Trying to use
Akinamihara.
connections?
We came here with
Let's
today.
see if it works.
And you say you're not suspicious?
Of course it doesn't.
Uncle Balrong's last name is Lee, not Ukinami. You didn't even know that Yuzuha was adopted. How am I supposed to believe anything you say?
I feel like Mello just leaked some info that he probably shouldn't have. So Yuzuha was adopted.
So Yuzuha was adopted. No wonder her name is so different from Uncle Balrong's. I thought it had something to do with her mother's side.
You can trust them, Mello. They really did come here with me.
Yuzuha!
But Yuzuha does come in clutch.
You know where this dark piece of porcelain came
Let's
from,
see.
don't you?
Is he gonna spoil the beans?
Yeah, I do. Dante found it. He thought this piece of porcelain must be valuable, and I said it wasn't. That's how we got into a fight. He broke my toy, and I smashed his Denny gun. Is there something wrong with this piece of porcelain, Yuzuha? Dante didn't get himself into
Well,
trouble,
that's something we
did
don't know yet. Reassure Mello or pull a prank on Mello to spook him? I feel like Yuzuha is just gonna pull a prank based on how we get to know her, or like how we got to know her. But let's reassure him.
Don't worry, he's not in any trouble. This piece is actually really valuable.
I feel like
So we just
Yuzuha
wanted to
will
ask
just
where he found it.
do the prank behind his back anyway.
That's right. No need to worry about your friend.
So Dante just got lucky, huh?
Funny how the moment you know your friend's okay, all that lingering resentment bubbles right back up.
Or maybe that's how the people here are. Maybe that's just how they are.
That's kids for ya. But Mello, have I ever told you? I really can't stand stingy boys.
Come on, Yuzuha. You know me. I'm the most generous
So,
boy around.
this Dante guy, or this Dante kid,
make up with
I should rather
Dante.
say,
Gotta run.
managed to find a piece from somewhere.
Now that we've got some more info, let's hurry and find Dante.
And from the sounds of it,
Ukinami Balrog. I was dying trying not to laugh earlier. What a ridiculous name. Now I want to tell my dad, just to see his reaction.
Miss Ukinami, I'm truly sorry. We didn't mean to pry into your personal matters.
they're gonna be very interested to see
Right?
where this
Being
came from.
adopted is just
This
a fact
piece.
of life. Besides, for someone like
How
me,
how much
who had nowhere to
information
go,
will be actually
being
told?
taken in by someone as nice as my dad, I'd say I'm pretty
And
lucky.
clearly, Porcelumix still has plenty of things to hide. If they don't even want people to look into this section
What I don't get
of
is,
Phaethon
couldn't a
Heights.
family as prestigious as the Timefield send someone else to Wi-Fi Peninsula? Why did it have to be you?
Because there aren't many left of us in the family. My father passed away in an accident.
Also
years
thinking
ago.
about it, wouldn't it be
It's just me and
more
my grandfather.
obvious that something's off, something's fishy? If you... Well, I guess the elevator isn't too suspicious. But if you try to find your other way and get basically spotted by like a ton of machines, ton of mechs and so on, surely that'd be fairly obvious, wouldn't it?
I see. Seems like things haven't been easy for you either. Anyway, you don't need to dwell on my background. Constantly apologizing makes you seem unsure of yourself. You're a noble lady, and you've had a great education. So, show some confidence, alright?
Yes, I will.
Alright then, let's get going.
Alright, time to find Dante, or Dante.
Where's Dante's place?
Up there it
It's
seems.
up there, very close.
And look at that, was made it here as well.
Isolde, do you think this Denny gun can be fixed?
Of course. I used to be in the military and have repaired guns much more complicated than this. The trigger link is misaligned, that's all. I'll just take it apart and realign it for you.
Makes me wonder how she got here.
Alright, that should do it.
And
Hand me a Denny, Dante. I'll fire a test shot.
I mean, sure. Based on the guest list, we kind of know that seemingly this investigation isn't too serious. But still, I guess maybe assault. Maybe don't underestimate her. Because if she wouldn't bother with the investigation, in my opinion, she probably wouldn't have made it here.
Here you go.
So we'll have to see. Isolde fires a plastic Denny from the toy gun, which strikes the wall near where you are hiding.
Well, it seems our 4 friends over there sure know how to stay quiet. Perhaps I'll have to say, the next shot will be a live round.
Well, she has noticed us, which I guess she isn't surprising.
Don't shoot, Miss Isolde. We surrender. Since you're a military representative, I didn't expect that you would violate Porcelumex's restrictions to come here.
Let's see,
Taking
well,
the initiative, I see. You seem like quite the
I am
experienced
curious about her
negotiator, Mr.
opinion
Wise.
about all of these guards.
But you're right. I came to Siloon Bay in secret, just like the rest of you. Now that we all have a little leverage on each other, how about I start by showing some goodwill?
Which we also just did,
I
so...
actually came here to visit Dante's family. His uncle used to be my comrade in the military.
Oh. So Isolde isn't even trying to investigate here either.
Miss Isolde isn't a bad person, Yuzuha. Don't worry.
From the sounds
She's
of
come
it,
to
at
visit us
least.
every year for as long as I can remember.
Let's see. I see there's nothing to worry about then. Or, so you're a regular here. You really had us fooled earlier. Let's go with the second
I
option.
didn't expect you to be a regular visitor here. You had us fooled. When we met you and the elevator technician earlier, we thought it was your first time visiting Waifei Peninsula.
I was sent to show the military's goodwill, so it's best not to cause any unnecessary trouble. I'll be here waiting for Dante's mother to get off work. Feel free to take care of whatever you need nearby.
Well, we gotta ask Dante about a thing. See, meanwhile...
What's going on? Why is there a crowd in front of our house? Yuzuha? Monato? Oh, Miss Isolde! You're here too?
It's been a while, Aitana.
Yeah, it's already been another year.
So yeah,
Can't
just to
believe it's
confirm,
made it to Silent
both
Bay, given
know
how
each
strict
other.
Porcelumix has become lately. Why haven't you invited everyone inside, Dante?
That's a good question.
Hey, what are you doing with that gun again? Didn't you promise Mommy that you wouldn't play with that anymore?
But Aya and Mello both have toys. How am I supposed to be friends with them without my Denny gun? And I don't get it. Why don't you want me to grow up and join the Defense Force, Mom?
You little stinker! What did you just say? Get back here!
Did he just run away?
Sorry you had to see that.
Sounds like he has indeed.
Dante said he wants to join the Defense Force someday?
Yeah, he's always asking me to tell him
Which
stories about his uncle.
I guess is probably our opportunity then.
Special. It's his uncle who's
But
the
let's
real
stay
hero.
with this conversation
Even
for a
though
little while
I've never
longer.
met him.
How have you all been lately?
Well, we're getting by. His father and I both work, and now Dante's old enough to gather porcelain scraps with the other kids and make a bit of money too.
Sounds like they technically should be fairly well off then. But at the same time, this is Porcelumex we're talking about. And in 2.0, it was pretty clear that they're apparently not paying too much for their employees' time.
Is this your money? Or compensation from the Defense Force?
Compensation from the Defense Force.
That's a lie. If the Defense Force were going to give us compensation, they would have done it ages ago. This isn't the respect my brother deserves. You can keep the money.
I was expecting her to say it's personal money. Like, just outright.
Sometimes No, not just sometimes. Ever since the fall of the old capital, I've always felt that my brother died for nothing, and everything you all fought for was meaningless.
That's not true, Aitana. If it weren't for Maxim and the others who fought beside him, kids like Dante wouldn't even have the freedom to run on the
So
beach
obviously, Palladium Heights also has quite a history
not only did the Defense Force have to cope with heavy losses,
with the fall of
also
the
public
old capital
criticism
as
for
well,
failing
of
to contain
course.
the collapse, which continues to this
In
day.
the meanwhile, Twitch chat, hello Phil!
The Defense Force has neither provided proper compensation to grieving families, nor upheld the honor of the soldiers who gave their lives. To me, that's a serious failure of duty. I'm sorry. You should have been able to live somewhere better, but there's nothing I can do.
So I saw definitely has a history here. Is she from here?
I wasn't planning to bring up all this whole
I'm not sure.
But
Not
that
quite
little
sure about
troublemaker
that.
Got me all stirred up again.
But she certainly has quite a few friends here.
The past is the past. All we can do is let go of it, right? I still have Dante and his father, after all. I guess it's better to keep looking forward.
Yes, you're right. You still have so many important things in this world.
Yuzuha, sorry about that. I got caught up seeing an old friend and left you all waiting.
I'm surprised that we're still here. I was expecting us to run after Dante.
We actually came to see Dante. Just wanted to ask him about a piece of porcelain he found earlier.
Surprised that he
Nothing
just
serious.
stuck around.
I see. He did go running off, but I can practically guarantee you that he went to the beach. If you're
It's not
in a
like he
rush,
can go anywhere
come and
else,
sit down for a bit.
I
He'll
think.
come back once he's calmed down.
I might be wrong, but based on everything being on lockdown, I feel like he doesn't have much of a choice.
Thanks, but we'll head down to the beach and check on him. Kids his age often have a lot more on their minds than we might think.
Alright, time to look after Dante then. But first, it's not often we get young folks like you visiting. And here we are, boring you with all ancient sob stories. Please don't say that. We rarely get a chance to learn about what happened during the fall of the old capital. I'm ashamed to admit, I always thought the military families received a pension? I don't know. After the fall. Too many soldiers died defending the old capital. The military and government initially promised compensation for all, but in the end, only the frontline troops defending against Hollow Zero received it. I see. You look like you want to say something. Have more questions for me? Go ahead, I'm all ears. Okay, let's go do that. I want to know more about you and your comrades. My former unit wasn't responsible for the Hollow Zero frontline. We were tasked with retrieving crucial supplies from inside Hollow Zero and providing disaster relief along the borders of Wi-Fi Peninsula and Janus Quarter. Supplies are vital to the city's survival, your heroes too. Indeed. Back then, we took pride in running into the battlefield, doing what little we could for the city. Okay, why are you still working with the military? I understand what you're getting at. I don't sound happy with the defense force, do I? But well, sometimes life just drags you along for the ride. I suppose I'm what you could call a useless person. Was it just a coincidence that Miss Isolde said that? Or did she overhear our conversation on the mountain path? We did see someone looking at us. I'm not quite sure about the silhouette, but... well, it could be Isolde. Realistically. See, and now, not only that, she got ahead of us and reached Salium Bay first. What's wrong? Nothing. Certainly nothing. Right, I don't have any questions. Well, you should go, you should head to the bench to find Dante first. If there's anything else you want to know, I'm sure we'll meet again in the future.
I'm not sure how I feel after hearing all that.
Me neither.
So, Miss Isolde used to be a soldier, and it seems like she's been through a lot.
What's wrong? Have more questions? Don't worry, just ask. Well, they're the same ones as earlier. So I'm just gonna go ahead, continue on then. And it looks like we already see him down there. So let's go and talk to him then. And what does he have to say to us?
Dante, so this is where you went.
Minato? Yuzuha? What are you doing here?
We came just to ask you about a piece of porcelain you found. Of course, we were also kind of worried about you, so we thought we'd check up on you.
If you wanted to cheer him up, Minato, then you shouldn't have mentioned the first part.
That's just how
Well,
Minato is.
I mean, at the same time, at least this allows you to be more honest, in my opinion.
Thanks, you guys. I know Mom is worried. What happened to my uncle still haunts her. She doesn't want to put anyone else in danger or see someone sacrifice themselves and not be respected for it. I know how much Mom's been through. Miss Isolde told me that after the fall of the old capital, many military families like ours were left struggling without their main source of support and had to drift from place to place.
Clearly, it sounded earlier they might be... I mean, if you have two people earning money, you would expect that the family is doing well. But clearly, if Dante as a child needs to work as well, then that's clearly not the case.
But I want to join the defense force
Obviously.
to help make it better. Mom had to let go because she couldn't do anything about it. But I want to change that. I want to make sure they never hurt anyone again.
Let's see, you've really impressed me, Dante, but that's not an easy dream to achieve. Let's go with the second one.
But it won't be easy to achieve. This city is far more complicated than we can imagine.
Let time gradually shape the child's dream.
Looks like Isolde has catched up with us.
Miss Isolde, what are you doing out here? Are you leaving already?
Yes, I just received a call, and someone from Porcelumex wants to meet with me. They're probably trying to probe the military's position again. I'd better head back quickly.
And I guess make sure that nobody finds out that you're here.
Your mom is worried about you. If you aren't really
Which
mad,
might make things a little difficult if people would find out.
Yeah, I know. By the way, Yuzuha, what was it you wanted to ask about the piece of porcelain?
Well, we basically want to know where it came from.
Do you remember
That's
this?
pretty much
Where did you
all
get
we
it from?
want to know.
Oh, that? I caught it when I was fishing from a boat 3 days ago. It was near that small reef island about 3 kilometers from shore.
So I guess it washed up from the Lamian Hollow. Presumably.
I was out there for a while and saw the shard drifting from the direction
But
of
that
the
also
hollow.
confirms that it came from the Lemian Hollow, and they're clearly doing something
If I'm not
that
mistaken,
they're not
this looks like a
officially
shard of
doing.
an Obscura. Was it made in Waifei Peninsula?
Maybe someone's doing behind-the-scenes deals.
I think I get why you came to Silum Bay now. You don't need to explain further. There are some things I'd prefer not to know.
Thank you for understanding.
Thank you for your understanding.
I've got a question. Why would an Obscura shard drift out from the hollow in the first place?
That is a good question.
Oh, Lemnian Island is actually connected to several water systems. And there are even underground rivers. This shard probably fell into the water and got swept out with the current.
I guess from inside the hollow, it probably just got dragged by the current
But since the
out
hollow
of there,
covers
I
such
guess.
a huge area, it'd be hard to pinpoint exactly where it drifted from.
We just know it came from there. Let's have Fairy locate all the nearby hollow exits.
Let's have Fairy map out all the nearby hollow exits later. But figuring out exactly which one the Obscura shard came from might still take some time.
There is actually a way to calculate where it came from. By the way, Dante, since your mom doesn't want you playing with a Denny gun, and it keeps breaking anyway, why don't you sell it to me? You can use the money to buy a new toy instead.
Why would I want to buy the gun? What kind of purpose would it have?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I would
Mrs.
like
Aldo,
to know.
What do you want a Denny gun for?
It might come in handy for these older folks. Here, Mr. Weiss, take it.
Interesting. Denigan, editor of the workbench. A children's toy often seen in the city that are capable of firing plastic Denny-shaped bullets. This particular gun right there looks rather odd. Let's see what's odd about it.
Miss Isolde,
I'm
what are
not
we supposed
sure.
to-
Raise the gun and fire a shot far out toward the sea, in a direction perpendicular to the shoreline.
Oh, is she gonna try and show us how we can calculate where it came from? Following Isolde's instructions, you fire a shot out toward the sea.
Look! The toy Denny you fired is floating on the water!
Start timing it now. After a while, it will drift back to shore.
Makes sense.
But due to the combined effects of the hollow's changing tides and the wind, it won't come directly back. It'll drift off course. Let me check today's hollow activity report. Ah, it's almost the same as it was the morning of 3 days ago. Plus, the wind speed in the area stays pretty stable during this season, so the conditions should be relatively equivalent.
So Isolde is obviously trying to show us where it may have come from.
The toy Denny has about the same density as the Obscura shard. So once we measure where and when the
I
Denny
feel like
washes
these are a
ashore,
lot
we
of
can calculate the water's
coincidences.
flow and work backwards to find the hollow's exit.
Looks like luck's on our side then.
Wow. I'm not sure if I completely understand, but it sounds like we're pretty lucky.
It does feel like an awful amount of coincidences, in my opinion.
It's probably thanks to Yuzuha. She's always crazy lucky. Like, if it's raining and she forgot her umbrella, it would always stop by the time school's out. And once, she somehow got an extra bottle of soda every time she bought one from the machine for an entire month. Maybe that piece of porcelain drifted out of the hollow just because Yuzuha needed it.
Why would she need that?
What's up, Monato? What's with the,
Oh, it's nothing.
Are you sure?
No way! You definitely have something on your mind. Out with it!
Sounds a little suspicious.
It's nothing, really. I just suddenly remembered your last name.
Miss Ukinami's last name?
Why did the music suddenly stop?
Oh, right. It's different from Dad's surname, Lee. He said it'd sound way too weird if I were named Lee Yuzuha. He wouldn't be able to forgive himself for giving
That
kid
was a little
such
strange. Why would the music
so
suddenly
he gave
stop?
me a name based on my own story instead.
But I guess it'll just carry on now.
Mr. Lee sounds like quite the interesting person.
Ukinami, is that your story?
So, Ukinami is a surname based on your history?
That's right. I drifted in from the sea, and my dad found me on the beach here in Sailoon Bay. Hence, Ukinami, floating on the waves.
I see. So, were you in a shipwreck before that?
So, even Ukinami has quite a bit of history with this place.
No, didn't you know? There's actually a dragon palace inside the Lemnian Hollow. And I'm the princess.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite true, but...
Every day, I lived happily under the care of my loyal retainers. But one day, a lost traveler wandered into the palace.
Yuzuha's just
and told me
basically
all
trolling
about
at
the
this
human
point.
world beyond its walls. I decided to leave with him on a whim. But once I arrived in the human world, I forgot where the Dragon Palace was and ended up becoming what you all call an orphan.
That kind of sounds like a Lemnian Hollow version of some old legend or folktale.
Oh, really? You'd think that?
Not kinda sounds like. It is one.
Oh, come on. Just because you've heard me tell this story before doesn't mean you have to ruin the moment like that. Still, it is kind of amazing. The tide always seems to carry all sorts of things to this beach.
Maybe we'll find out more about
That obscure
Yuzuha's
shark?
history
We
then.
both ended up here the same way.
Depends on how long ago I guess she was brought in here. But maybe she's from Unhollow, I don't know. We'll find out, I think. As you wait for the toy Denny to wash ashore, you gaze out toward the Lamian Hollow in the distance. And just like that, a long time passes.
Phew, we finally managed to calculate it. I've nearly forgotten everything I learned about terrain analysis in the military after not using it for so many years.
Thank you for your insights, Mrs. Zold. You've been a great help.
It sounds like an interesting thing,
No
to
need
be
thank
honest.
me. Miss Timefield, you look much more lively than back at the banquet. Seems being around someone your own age really does make a difference.
And not being forced to do so probably helps as well.
All right, everyone. I'll be heading off now. Make sure to take care of yourselves.
All right. Since we've pinpointed where the Obscura floated out of the hollow, how about we head in and take a look?
Good idea. There's still some time before
Great idea.
nightfall.
There's still some time before nightfall. Even just scouting ahead a little would be good.
Miss Yuzuha, are you going into the hollow? Then take our boat. Mello and Ayuba would be happy to help out however they can.
Wouldn't you be worried about the boat just breaking apart? Or I guess they have enough experiences with it, with the hollow. I guess it's not too worrying. This is the ship. It ain't big, but she's steady on the water. Bar boat and then at the hollow, or we're just gonna wait a second, which I think. Actually, no. Let's carry on. We do still have half an hour of the scheduled time I have left. Of course, I do want to try to make these kind of half and half. But still, let's add in here. After entering the hollow from where the obscura shard had flowed out, Gary quickly discovers tiny pieces of obscura in a nearby drainage channel. So you follow the current upstream, searching the source, and before long...
Ah! There it is! There's a drainage pipe up ahead. We're on the right track.
What? Where did it come from?
The higher we go up the mountain, the more pipes are buried underground. It's becoming harder to spot them.
Sorry. Fairy can roughly estimate the direction of the pipes, but due to limited holo data of this area, we can't pinpoint their exact locations. Wise, we've cleared out loads of miasma along the way. Are you still holding up okay?
I would hope so. Don't worry, I'm fine.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
This place is some distance from the industrial port where porcelain is made, and it's really well hidden.
Doesn't sound surprising.
According to the records, there used to be a materials lab around here that was shut down years ago. It seems the ether concentration in the area remained stable and within safe limits, at least until...
So basically, from the sounds of it, you're basically using an abandoned lab to produce these high-quality things.
Due to its advanced facilities,
items.
The materials lab once had long-term researchers stationed there, and scholars were often invited to visit as well.
What if the lab was never actually shut down, and it was instead turned into an illegal porcelain production facility?
Guess that's what it sounds like.
Sounds like something Porcelumex would do. All right, let's keep heading upstream.
Okay, move upstream. Can't get in there. We are already quite high up, aren't we? Right, let's see.
Please be aware of ether activity units.
Well, I guess those are
We've been walking
them.
forever. We should have run into some enemies by now.
Right, we're first wave done. We're getting done.
I mean, when you're fighting these guys, you don't have to hold back. It's super relaxing.
The path ahead splits into two directions. Both paths lead to higher ground, and the water flows into that drainage channel from earlier. Which way should we go? Are there any clues? Hold up, check this out. There are small wheel tracks here. It seems like they've been contaminated with nearby miasma. At this concentration, miasma can't multiply and will disperse into imperceptible levels after a while. Could these traces be recent? Seems super sus. Hey everyone, since we don't have any leads on the water, should we check out where these tire tracks lead? Might give us the breakthrough we're looking for. Sounds like a plan. Wise, some of these wheel tracks might not be visible anymore. Try using the inside technique Shifu taught you. And it's now advanced as well. Inside can now extract more clues from existing ones. Aim your crosshair at a clue, hold the button to reveal the hidden information.
We should be able to sniff out some clues around here with our technique.
Wheel tracks tainted with traces of miasma. Looks like they're from a small cart of some sort. Following the trail of miasma might lead to more tracks like these nearby. Okay, not up here. It feels like it's once again one of these. Let's not use that just yet. But looks like it's a similar area to what we had in 2.0. More tracks?
Huh. The tracks lead right up to here.
Someone's clearly been doing things here. But what is it? Wheel tracks and card. The messy wheel tracks suggest that cars frequently pass through here. Upon closer inspection, you notice a thin card on the ground nearby, probably dropped during some commotion. Well, why are there so many wheel tracks here? Looks like people have been moving heavy carts around here a lot. These many tracks don't fade easily. Since they're cars coming through here, that means whoever entered the hollow was transporting something. But are they bringing stuff in or taking stuff out? Can't draw conclusions just yet. What's up? Something on your mind. Look here. You see these deep wheel tracks. That means they must have been hauling something heavy through here. Oh well, princess. You're sharper than I thought. Hey look, isn't there something on the ground up ahead? It's an access card. Hey Wise, take that access card with you. It might come in handy.
Let's look around and see if there are any other tracks.
I don't think there's anything else for us to collect here. Time to go up there then, upstairs then.
Watch out! More ethereals have appeared.
More than the ethereals, I'm curious to see if that door up ahead can be opened.
Well, we already saw how. I saw the bamboo terminal there. So let's interact with this then. Please scan your access card. Authorized. Oh good, our log's not... what was that sound? Sorry to inform you, device status is abnormal. Please verify your identity and re-enter the initial password to boot. It's probably cause of the miasma around here. Don't worry, there's a bamboo workbench right by this gate, and stuff like the initial password must be stored in there. I'll sneak in using ears, it'll be quick. Alright, time to enter then. Do we get to collect coins again? I think we do. Okay, nothing back here. Right, it's once again a bit of jump and run. And I immediately failed the first attempt. That's nice. Right, let's see. Okay, past that. I don't think I missed any, right? No, I don't think I have. So let's continue on then. Anything else here? Once again, not from the looks of it. Let's see. Can't leave those coins down there. Alright, here we go. And now we can proceed on to Need to wait for this to come up again, and there we go. And is that already the end? Not quite. Oh, hang on. What am I finding here? They have hit quite a bunch of cash down here. Oh, I didn't even realize that this was a thing. So where am I at? Okay, I'm here now. That makes sense. Which means I'm right back at the button and we can just immediately press that. And there we go, and now we can continue on. And let's see.
It's open. Let's go. More tire tracks here. We're definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah, there you go. It's once again, just like in 2.0, it's once again one of these open map hollows.
The miasma around here is getting pretty thick. And there are more monsters too.
I guess that's now their way of doing things, isn't it? Instead of TV mode, we get now these free-roam hollows of sorts. Which I guess, if you think about it,
So we're not exactly in a much better spot ourselves.
I like aspects of both, I think.
Wow, Mr. Komano is throwing shade at himself.
If I have to think about it. Right, where do we have to go?
Princess is throwing shade.
Never mind.
Road ends ahead.
Huh?
More monsters.
Let's wipe them out ASAP and see what clues we can dig up around here.
Well, looks like we've just entered the factory of whatever this is.
Might be a passage behind that miasma.
Don't I need to destroy that thing? Not yet, apparently. Wait, halfway down? We're getting close, I think.
I'll handle this, but take me shopping later.
Oh, hang on. First, need to disconnect these. I have missed one? Oh, never mind.
Let's check out what's behind that miasma.
Never mind. Nothing up here? What about here? Nothing here either, I think. Yep. Wait, time to continue. This elevator goes down. The wheel tracks end here, which means they went to the lower level. Will that card we found earlier work on this elevator? Insufficient card authorization. Please use a card with proper clearance and enter the password after the prompt. Not just a keycard, but a password too. Since when did this elevator get such high level security? I apologize, but the current device is a combination of an offline system and a mechanical encryption system. I cannot effectively crack it. Wise, let's look around and see if there's another way to get through here. So we have 2 spots to investigate. Signs of damage. Wow, this place is totally wrecked. Looks like a truck crashed straight through. The miasma around here is particularly thick. Was the damage caused by ethereals? But ethereals we've countered along the way weren't that strong. They shouldn't have been able to cause this much damage. Don't tell me there's a big one lurking around. Man, just thinking about it gives me the creeps. And here I thought those folks were crazy enough hauling stuff around here in all this miasma. True, this is a dangerous place. There's definitely some conspiracy behind this. Looks like there's nothing around here that'll help us power the elevator. Let's check elsewhere. Time to look in the other corner. Huge empty container. Look here, there's a bunch of empty boxes stacked up, and the tire tracks on the ground nearby. It must be the outer packaging from whatever they were shipping. And these boxes are all clean. Doesn't look like they've been left in the hollow for very long. Great, that settles the question we had earlier. These people are definitely transporting stuff into the hollow. That's a little odd though. Did you find anything? Look here. The box's label claims the contents are thermal insulation materials for construction. But these tend to be very light, so how did it leave such deep tracks? Not bad, Princess. So that means these aren't the outer packaging for the shipment. The stuff that was in this label doesn't match the label. No, these boxes definitely came from that shipment, but it never contained any thermal insulation. And there's no way whatever was in here is something that can be openly transported into the hollow. That's why they're using fake boxes as cover. But there's nothing around here that'll help us power up the elevator, so let's check elsewhere. In the meanwhile, YouTube chat, what is your most built anomaly, attack, stun, support, and defense agents? To be honest, I've been mostly focusing on the story lately. So I haven't really built any characters aside from like close to the launch. So I have some built, but not too many.
Is this really as far as we can go? This can't be right. It's not like me to have such bad luck.
Well, I strongly suspect they will find the keycard around somewhere.
Don't worry, everyone. We may not have cracked the elevator's passcode, but Fairy and I checked the terrain nearby. The cliff behind us isn't that steep. There's definitely a way to get over the cliff, but it'll take a bit of time to figure out the best route. And none of us brought proper climbing gear.
In that case, let's call it a day and head back for now.
In that case, let's head back for today. It's getting dark.
Yeah, the hollow gets even more dangerous at night. Best not to stick around. Let's get ready to head back. Time to go, my lady.
Clearly something's up here. We don't know what it is just yet.
You scared me! You're the one who scared me! Why were you just standing there?
Or maybe did Alice just find something?
It's just that I just felt that label on the crate looked oddly familiar. Like I've seen it somewhere before.
Interesting. You mean some memories are coming back? Any idea when you might have seen it?
Any idea when you might have seen it?
It should have been pretty recent, but nothing else is coming to mind at the moment.
I mean, if it's recent, then it's gotta be something within Phaethon.
My apologies for the delay. Let's leave the hollow as soon as we can.
Or at least I think it should be something within Phaethon Heights in that case. After leaving the Follow, the group makes their way back to Valium Heights.
We finally made it back to
We're
Violet
still
Heights.
we're still at the bottom of
dark
Celium Bay though. The great work, everyone.
Great work, everyone.
You too. Good job on keeping up with us all this way. And hey, our princess was actually more useful than I thought. Since there's nothing more we can do today, let's just call it.
Alright, well, sounds like we're gonna head off for today then.
Alright, I'll contact you as soon as
But
we finish calculating the
I
rate.
am pretty sure that we'll be right back at Celium Bay and whatever the Spirit Factory is. Meanwhile...
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you all, but are you Miss Alice Timefield?
Yes, that's me. And you
I
are...
am not sure what to think of this guy.
Oh, I'm a concierge from Porcelumix in charge of receiving guests. We just received a package addressed to you.
If they know that we're here, that means, I mean, there shouldn't have been a way where we could have gone here. So... I'm not sure what to think of this.
A package? Where was it sent from?
I'm very sorry. There's no sender information on the package, and due to its size, it's not easy to move. So, for now, we've had to store it in our warehouse. If possible, would you mind coming with me to take a look? Since it was sent specifically to Wi-Fi Peninsula, it might be something important.
Yeah, I don't trust this guy.
All right, understood. If you'll excuse me, I'll take my leave for now.
Why aren't we coming along? Shortly after, somewhere in Valium Heights.
The place where the package is stored. How far is it exactly?
You should not have gone alone. Based on the fact that we're not supposed to be, or we're not supposed to have a way into Celium Bay, and someone claiming to be with Porcelumix who has been trying to lock down Celium Bay, yeah, you absolutely should not have gotten along with this person.
We're almost there. Sorry for the trouble. Since the package is quite large, we wanted to be careful. In case something goes wrong during the delivery.
Well, there you go.
What on earth?
Never mind. Great timing, and I am glad that they realize that something is up.
I didn't think we'd actually be right.
You didn't seriously believe we'd let our guard down around you, did you?
Soon after at Swebian Temple. After bringing that fake concierge back, Senhor Yinhu and Manato went to interrogate him. Wonder if they're done yet. I should go check. Well, clearly something was off, and glad that we confirmed that. Let's have a quick look. Maybe we get to know who they were sent from. It doesn't have to be Porcelumix. It could be anyone else as well, but we'll see. What's the situation inside?
What's the situation inside?
Well, it feels like we witnessed a whole new side of Master Pan.
I have the mild feeling that's probably not in a good way.
Master Pan must have watched a ton of crime dramas. He even said lines like, "Lighter sentence if you confess, harsher if you resist. Want some fried rice?" And, "Sorry, I'm a mystic."
Sounds like he might have had a bit of fun, but at the same time I'm not sure. See, maybe I should ask Alice if it scared her.
Are you alright, Alice? Being the bait must have been pretty scary.
There's no need to worry. I'm quite alright. I may not be the best at dealing with unexpected situations, but thankfully, we were prepared for this one.
But still, why are people trying to... Okay, to be fair, it was previously said that her family is quite rich. So that is a fair point. Not long ago, on the way back from Salium Bay.
By the way, did you guys feel anything?
What do you mean?
You mean the guy that's following us?
Oh, they have already recognized it.
So you also felt as if we were being followed?
Yeah. At first I thought I was just being paranoid because we ran into Miss Timefield and Miss Isolde. But now it's clear we've had a tail since this morning.
In that case, did this person even lie? Or was this person just that serious about being from Porta Lumax? Or maybe it's all a coincidence when they just used the name Porta Lumax.
Should we get him?
Hard to tell for now. See, but we don't have any evidence, or what do we do after we catch them?
But we don't have any solid proof that they're up to something. Even if we catch them, they'll just brush it off. Plus, we would risk giving ourselves away.
I mean, we clearly catch them.
I agree with the proxy. Besides, they probably haven't tried anything because we've got numbers on our side. Once one of us is
But
alone,
of course, this is the past right now. We're having a tiny bit of a flashback.
If we can figure out who they're after, we might be able to bait them into slipping up.
I think I'm probably the one they're after.
Which makes sense, because Phaethon is important, but people don't generally know that this is Phaethon.
How come?
And Alice is from a...
Just remembered. The crate that hit my window last night had the exact same label as the one we saw in the hollow.
Oh.
Then we were right. That fake concierge really was the one smuggling stuff into the hollow.
So... But if it's the same label... What would they get out of scaring Alice in the first place? If it was intentional, of course. There's a total possibility that it wasn't even intentional.
They tried to go after Alice just because she saw the crate. Whatever they're moving, it has to be something big.
It could be.
Oh, look!
But
Master
we don't
Karen
know.
and Mr. Gomino are coming out.
We'll have to find out more as time goes
How
on.
did the interrogation go?
He confessed. He told us everything.
That's great to hear, but let's see. What kind of info did we get?
Come on, let's step away a bit. Don't want that guy overhearing us. Don't worry. Beelion and the others are watching him. All right, this spot'll do. I'll keep it short. That guy was smuggling ether explosives into the hollow.
Not quite what I was expecting, but good enough as well.
Ether explosives?
Exactly. It was disguised as insulation material during transport, but he didn't dare swap in stronger ropes, worried it'd raise suspicion.
Oh.
That's why the ropes snapped during the lift.
But this also means that Alice literally had explosives banged against her window. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one.
He heard Alice shout, and since the crate was damaged, assumed she'd seen the explosives. So he decided to silence her, fearing the whole thing would be exposed.
So that's what happened. But I never even saw what was inside the crate. Pitiful. Trying to hide one crime by committing an even greater crime.
Good thing you all stayed sharp. He played himself and walked right into the trap.
Let's see, what were they planning with the explosives, or who ordered him to transport the explosives? I would like to know both.
What were they planning to do with the explosives?
He doesn't know the exact plan. He's at the bottom of the chain. The orders came from his superior at Porcelumex.
At Porcelumex as well. I mean, if it wasn't obvious yet, they clearly still have more things in their backyard.
For 2 weeks now. I did a quick estimate, and the amount of explosives in the hollow is already enough to flatten 100 Swabian temples.
They're definitely planning to use those explosives to destroy something.
Well, hopefully it's not something similar to what we had in Season 1.
It's clear now that their crimes aren't just about profiting from illegally producing high-value goods. There's a lot more going on.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, that's also, I guess, kind of why they, for example, were trying to lock in the Celium Bay as well. Let's hear the bad news first.
Let's start with the bad news. That's likely the real problem we'll have to handle.
All right. The bad news is, he said tomorrow night is the final run for transporting the explosives. But on the other hand, we found an access card and password on him. You can finally get into that elevator you couldn't access before.
All right. So basically, everything counts tomorrow night. Because it's the last time they're going to be transporting these things, which means they're probably getting close to their goal. And it's also the last time we can actually figure out what's going on.
So that means tomorrow's the deadline and their plan is about to succeed. What's everyone thinking?
Time to investigate, I would say.
We must stop them. As a member of the Timefield family, I can't just stand by and do nothing in the face of such evil.
And it's gonna be very interesting what kind of things Porcelumex is still hiding.
What's wrong? I always thought you were just a nervous, wishy-washy overthinker. Never figured you had this much fire in you.
Miss Timefield, Yuzaha means she's really grateful you're willing to keep helping us. And so am I, of course.
Manato trying to like
internship classes to work on your side gigs. Don't expect me to cover for you.
looks like we have a decision.
All right, everyone. It looks like we've made our decision.
I'm still not sure if I should like Yusuhar or
for another investigation. If we find any critical clues, we'll call for backup immediately.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I vibe with her at this point, or at this time rather.
All right, let's do that. Tomorrow, Junior Bell and I will provide support from within the temple. Junior Wise, give Shifu a call now. Let's see what she says. It's getting late, and we've got an early start tomorrow.
So
you should all stay at Swabian
well, yeah.
Temple tonight. That way,
Season 2 is staying interesting. I do like it so far. 2.1 doesn't really give you much input on what we saw in 2.0 in the 2.0 update, which is fair.
Go ahead and call Ishun Shifu first. We'll take care of everyone's accommodations.
I'm not sure what their plan will be for Season 2. If they'll have proper content for the rest of the like 2 updated like 2.x series. Not sure what they'll have in mind for 2.2. And then the next updates after that. I mean, Season 1 had a big 1.0 update, of course. And we did also have... But the Season 1 had these special stories, which were shorter with like chain and so on. So I have no idea what to expect from the version that's gonna go on. In the meanwhile, the Twitch chat, Phil, same, and I finished the 2.1 story today. 2.x is good so far. I do agree with that. And I'm excited to see what will be next on the line. But of course, I'm out of time for today. But make sure, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to like and subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. Because Zenless will continue later this week as well. If things go as intended, I'll be playing Zenless on Thursday. But aside from that, that would actually be not the same next stream, because I need to double check. I might have made the things, I might have put the dates wrong. But I believe Genshin 5.8 will release on Wednesday. And of course, that'll be the next stream with the prelude of what we'll see in 6.x or 6.0 rather. So make sure to stay tuned for that, and as well, of course, Zenless on Thursday. With the rest of what we get in the 2.1 update. Well, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you very much for watching. And as I said, leave a like, subscribe, follow, and make sure to stay tuned or to come or meet me again on Wednesday. And in the meanwhile, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whatever else you'll be doing next. I'll see you then.